NCCU head coach Jerry Mack coming off of a 21-14 win over Florida A&M. Coach, could you just go back and talk about that victory?
The guys really fought hard. You know, once again, it came down to kind of that fourth quarter where we showed a lot of our toughness and kind of was able to overcome some adversity and things like that. But really proud of the way the guys performed down the stretch. It wasn't pretty, like we always talk about, but we found a way to get the win.
You've had two close ones. What do those close wins, especially those like comeback wins, teach you about your team?
Well, they build character more than anything. It shows that we can overcome some adversity. It shows that our guys know how to play for 4 quarters, because that's the biggest thing that you have to be concerned with when you get in those type of games. Is your team going to stay locked in and focused for 4 quarters? A lot of people can come out and play for a quarter or two and have high energy coming out the gate. But when a team can play for 4 quarters, it only makes you better down the stretch, because we have a lot of more games to play, and it's not going to be pretty all the time. But if they understand that no matter if they get up or down, that if they always got time on the clock, they believe they can win the game. That's kind of where we are as a program right now.
Could you say you guys are kind of they're comfortable being uncomfortable in game situations like that?
Well, you have to have some of that as a football program. It only helps you down the road. You know, we definitely want to play a little bit better at the beginning of the game, especially in that second quarter. Seems like that's where a lot of our breakdowns come in, probably that second to midway through the third quarter. So we got to address those things and try to get that cleaned up. We really feel like we can start off. We've been starting off playing pretty good in the first quarter. We can continue that throughout and going to the halftime. We feel like coming out the gate, our coaches always make good adjustments after halftime. So we feel like coming out of halftime, we can make those adjustments. We'll have a chance to play better in that third quarter as well.
Speaking of adjustments, I mean, you guys have given up, I think, in the last couple games, 1 touchdown, 7 points in the last 3 games in the second half. Obviously, the adjustments are working. Is that kind of your calling card? Your defense is kind of locked down and make adjustments in the second half?
Well, a lot of times, offensively and defensively, you're trying to feel one another out those first 2 quarters of the game. And we get to do a good job defensively, especially Coach Eastman and the defensive coaches. They do a good job of getting in there with the players and understanding exactly what an offense is trying to do to attack us. Sometimes it's a little bit different than what you've seen on film. Sometimes it's the same. It's just a matter of cleaning up some things. And that's what they've been able to do over the last few weeks. They've been able to get in there at halftime, get with the players. And our defense is playing with a lot of pride right now. Our defense is going out there and they're determined not to let people score, and they want to put their, dig their heels in the ground and try to stop people.
Speaking of, I mean, your defense will get a lot of credit, obviously, but your punter is here today. He flipped the field a lot and put FAMU in some bad spots to kind of give your defense an advantage. How big was some of those punts last week?
Huge. I can't say enough great things about Nathaniel Tilque. He's probably punted every punt that we've had here in the last 3 or 4 years, except probably 4 or 5. And, just being consistent is the thing that we talked about, and that's what you see in his play. Great thing, his senior year, he's finally, really doing some things that's helping us really turn the corner and win football games. And the other night, it was just a great testament to his hard work over the course of the last few years. He's finally getting a lot of the recognition that I always thought he deserved. So we're just very proud of what he's been accomplishing.
From game to game, the teammates and the guys kind of realize how big those punts were. He put the team in that position.
Huge. Not only just him, but also our cover units. We talk about on kickoff team, we talk about our punt teams flying down there and putting us in position to have great field position throughout the entire game. At the end of the day, I think the FAMU came down to field position. I think we won the field position battle within the course of the game, and that's a testament to not only Nathaniel, but also to everybody that contributes on special teams.
Coach, earlier this season I asked you what the personality of the team was. At that point, I think it was actually before the Duke game. You said it was a little too early. Mm-hmm. Now we're a third of the way through the season. Can you tell what the personality of this year's group is?
We're fighters, and when I say that, I mean fighters on the field. No matter what situation we're in, no matter where we're having success or no matter where we're having some failures, we're going to find a way to fight ourselves out of a hole and overcome and try to find a way to win football games. And right now, that's what we're heading. I've got a lot of calls all over the country, and people, coaches, fans are just complimenting the team on how they continue to fight through adversity, how they continue to push through, and that's some of the qualities of life. And it goes once again along with our motto, more than a game, because those are the kind of situations they're going to have to occur during life sometimes. They're going to have to find a way to overcome, and that's what they've showed the last 2 weeks.
Earlier this year, I think off the record, we kind of talked about the Howard win and Kalen Newton. Some said we'll say that later, but now the time is here. You're playing him. He's the leading rusher in the league, I think, and leading the league in scoring. How do you prepare for a guy who can do so much on the ground at the quarterback position?
very dynamic. You know, it's almost like defending Tyreek Cohen playing quarterback to some retrospect. You never know exactly where he's going to be. He's very creative. He can make plays with his legs. He can make plays with his arms. Right now, he's just the total package quarterback. And not only him, a lot of more guys on that offense are playing at a high level right now. Coach London's done a great job of bringing some energy and bringing some passion to the program, and those guys are believing that they can win, and they can win. Howard's always had good football players, have always had the talent, and now right now what you see, a lot of that stuff is sort of coming together, but Kalen's doing a great job of putting his team in position to be successful, and that's what any great quarterback does.
Does he run his style like his brother, or is he a little more elusive? He's compared to Tariq Cohen, so I imagine he's not a battering ram like Cam Newton is.
You know, what's funny is I think it's a little bit of both. I think one thing Tyreek had was a lot of people underestimated his strength and his power, and that's sometimes the same thing what you see Kalen. He bounces off tackles a lot. He drops his shoulder. He delivers blow. And a lot of times people think because you're a little bit undersized that you're not going to have as much fight or you're not going to be as strong. But he is powerful. You have to wrap him up. You have to tackle him if you're going to bring him down. Just trying to deliver a blow or deliver a hit is not going to be good enough.
I know he's obviously established his own identity, you know, since the first game of the season. But do your defensive guys get a little juiced up, knowing they're playing, you know, Cam's little brother, you know, the Panthers right here in the state of North Carolina? Does that mean anything to them, or just another quarterback they're facing?
Just another quarterback. Just happened to be a really, really good quarterback more than anything. But I don't think it has anything to do with his brother. Like you said, he's developed his own identity in the MEAC conference, and he's going to be a force to be reckoned with going down the road, even after this game.
Was he a guy who was maybe, I mean, I guess casual fans probably wouldn't know the situation, but were you aware of him on the recruiting search, and he was in high school, and had you heard about him?
Yeah, we evaluated him. We had already made a commitment to Chauncey Caldwell. Both of those guys came in January. Obviously, he went to Howard. Chauncey came here. So we could only take one, and we decided to take a local guy that we feel very confident about.
Is it, well, I guess you've seen it firsthand, to see a new coach and a freshman quarterback come in and turn a program around so fast in 1 year. How did they manage to do that in such a short time, a new coach and a first-year quarterback?
Well, I think the biggest thing I see that he has the guys playing with a lot of energy. He's changed the schemes a little bit on offense and defense, which is a big thing. And then he's been able to add some more guys to the roster that weren't there last year. And that's the biggest thing that you see, you know, along with the energy and the chemistry that they have going on. And they have momentum now. You know, they've been able to upset UNLV. They were able to beat Bethune-Cookman, another perennial power in our league. So, you know, when you do that, it's all about confidence. When guys understand that they can go out there and they have a chance to win any game, you can get the most out of anybody.
Do you have a guy who's done a good job this week, maybe simulating some things he does back there at the quarterback position? I mean, you have Chauncey who do some of the same things, but obviously your defense can't hit him in practice.
Right.
But you have a guy who can simulate some of the things that Kalen Newton does at Hampton.
We do. Yeah, we do. Dominique Schaffner, freshman quarterback, came from Middle Creek. He throws the ball extremely well. He's a powerful runner, and he has some elusiveness. He's been really doing a good job. We practiced on Sunday. He did a good job of imitating Kalen in practice. We'll go out there today and do the same thing as well.
Yeah, I mean, this game is obviously a conference game. It's also maybe a showcase for two faces of the conference for the next 3 or 4 years with Chauncey and Newton. How big of a showcase is this between those two? I know you don't probably catch much about the individual head-to-head matchups, but still a big boost for both programs.
Well, not only just both programs, but as you look all over the MEAC conference, there are a lot of young quarterbacks that's playing right now. I think Norfolk has a young freshman quarterback they really believe in. Obviously, we have one. Howard has one. There are a lot of young Qs that's over the next course of the few years, they're only going to get better and better. And as the quarterback position continues to get better in our league, you're just going to see the quality of play gets better. You know, I think I keep over Lamar Raynard. He's playing at extremely high level over there at North Carolina A&T. So we got a lot of good young quarterbacks in the league right now that over the next few years, you know, it's going to be exciting to see what the future of the MEAC holds.
If you were to give us 3 keys to the game, what do you guys have to do to win? What would those things be?
No one thing is field position. We have to win the field position game, very similar to last week. Defensively, we have to limit the explosive plays. Kalen Newton and offense and Howard present a lot of different things that are going to keep us off balance. And then on offense, we have to find a way to generate more explosive plays. Right now, we are here up and down, inconsistent offensively, and we're hoping to get that thing turned around.
I've noticed the belts that you showed us a couple weeks ago become very popular on the sideline. And it's kind of a trend across college football. I see a lot of different teams doing a lot of different things. Away from X and O's and on the field, how do things like that give you guys a boost on the sideline, or motivate them throughout the week in practice?
We're always looking for any kind of edge or any kind of advantage that we can gain to motivate the players. You know, nobody wants to go out there, whether it's just an individual person going to work out and just have the same routine over and over. So we're trying to do all kinds of things to try to create energy and try to create momentum for our players. Obviously, the belts or slam dunking the basketball on the sideline or a gold chain or whatever it may be, it all provides some kind of different motivation for guys to go out there and do something positive on the football field. And so far, so good. You know, Devontae has been the belt winner for the last couple of weeks, and he showcased that, you know, before the game and then through social media. And, you know, he goes out there against FAMU and has another pick six. So, you know, as long as that keeps working, we're going to keep doing it.
Do they get to keep it throughout the week?
They don't get to keep it throughout the week. It stays in the weight room, but on game day, they do get to carry it around.
You see a lot of guys, you know, maybe in the weight room or pre-game talking about, you know, I'm going to get the belt this week, and, you know, they really gunning to get that and show it off on the sideline.
Oh, yes. I mean, you can even tell, you know, Coach Eastman, I think he had a clip in the video that last week. He was really excited. You would have thought he won the belt. But that's what it's all about. You know, everybody's understanding, you know, what it takes to be successful, whether it's coaches, whether it's a manager or trainer. Everybody understands the importance of turnovers in the course of the game or great special teams play.
Was that your idea, something you knew you wanted to do before the season started, or after week one you saw it across college football and came up with it?
No, we talked about it last year. Coach Chris Schultz actually came up with the idea. He was kind of the creator of the belts, and we all bought into it, and it's been working so far.
This is my first time hearing about the belts. I saw a video on the website. What do you get a belt for? How many belts are on the sideline?
We have two on the sideline. So one is a special teams belt, and we usually get it at the end of the game. And then the other one is a turnover belt or a takeaway belt for a guy that has a big play or, you know, calls a turnover or recover or pick six like Devontae's been having.
So I guess the last couple weeks you say Devontae's the champ because he's had it for 2 straight games.
Yeah, he's the champ. And just like when you're the champ, you want to try to hold on to it. So I'm sure he'll be gunning to try to get another turnover this week.
Did it kind of crack up a little bit when you saw Coach Eastman grabbing from him on the sideline? I mean, I know you didn't see it during the game, but when you saw the video, did it kind of crack you up a little bit?
Yeah, I had no idea until I saw the video. But, you know, Coach Eastman does a great job of getting those guys fired up and motivated and ready to play. And, you know, so far the defense has been doing just that.
All right, we're here with senior punter Nathaniel Tilque, who was named the MEAC Specialist of the Week. And also we heard so much about those special teams and takeaway belts. He's also the proud owner of the special teams belt this week. Can you talk about that and what that means to you?
It means a lot. You know, we have a lot of good special team players. Reggie Hunter, who's a starting linebacker, goes down, makes tackles. Tons of guys make great plays. I was just honored to actually get it, and the guys actually kind of patted me on the back for it.
Is it a big deal on the sideline? I know, you know, from the fans' perspective, it looks like the guys get excited over those things like that. But is it a big deal to the players over there on the sideline?
Oh yeah, we're all competitors. We compete all through the offseason. We compete every day on game day. People want the belt. You don't want to be the guy who just doesn't compete and it's just like, oh, whatever. I don't care about it. We all want it. Everybody who plays special teams wants the belt.
How excited were you to get it last week?
It was an honor. I went out and, you know, I just try to do my 111 every time I punt the ball. Just go down there, hit a good ball, put it where I need to put it, inside the 5, inside the 20, and just let my cover team go down and make plays. So it was just, I just had a good day.
Your defense gets a lot of credit for, like I said, pitching a shutout in the second half, but your punts really put FAMU in bad positions inside the 20 a few times. How much pride are you taking that and kind of pinning teams deep and helping out the defense?
Oh, huge, huge. That's my job. I'm the punter. My job is to make sure our defenses, when the offense isn't clicking, put them back, make them drive 90 yards on us. Because on our defense, I don't think there's a lot of teams in the league that can do that because our defense is stacked.
Coach, when I asked Coach about the 3 keys to the game, the first thing he mentioned was field position. I think that's, like you said, a big part of your job. How much does that mean to you to hear that Coach takes your job so seriously?
Coach Mack and Coach Schultz both preach field position every day during special teams because it's huge. Flipping the field like Aiden Johnson and his kickoff cover team, my punt team, me, Eric Schlecker, all the guys on the punt team, and then the return teams. If we can put them back inside the 20 and get returns to the 40, we have a short field to work with. And even if we don't score, I can put them back inside the 20 again. Like I said, not a lot of teams will go 80, 90 yards on our defense. So if we can set them up for success, we have a good chance to win the game.
When you guys, special team guys, always get the reputation of being quirky or different. Would you say that's true?
Some of us are. Some of us, people think we're a little off because, you know, they say we just stand around all practice, but I mean, our job's very specific, very technical. It's very hard to do at a high level. So we take it very seriously, at least the guys here, me, Eric Schlecker, Aiden Johnson, Adam Lippy, all of us take it very serious. We work really hard about it. I mean, even the off season, I mean, I like to think I'm probably one of the hardest workers on the team. I try to make sure I'm not that quirky little punter guy. I'm not a great athlete, but sometimes I try to be.
Would you say, is it fair to say you guys are probably the loosest group on the team?
Oh yeah, we like to have fun. We go out there when it's time to focus in. We focus in, but otherwise we like to have fun and joke around. I mean, if you're not having fun, why are you going to keep playing the game? So.
Mostly like the punter, the kickers, holders, snappers, they have their own little clique and their own little routines and quirks. What are some of you guys things you do to kind of? I kind of compare it to like the bullpen, the baseball game, the pitchers by themselves, they do their own things to stay entertained. Do you guys have anything like that to practice or throughout games?
Yeah, we have a little few games we play on the sidelines. Sometimes we get bored and we're not really working on it. We do some abs, stretch a lot, but usually we just make a lot of jokes and have a good time. But we all work on handshakes. We try to make new handshakes for every week. That's one thing we do.
Or just amongst you guys, or throughout the team?
Just against us. Like we have after field goals, we all have handshakes. After the punts, like just me, long snapper, Eric, and Aiden, the kicker. So just keep looking out for handshakes.
So just different combinations amongst you.
Yeah.
What are some of the games you guys have to kind of keep yourself entertained on the side?
We have well, believe it or not, we work on our throwing ability. We stand 10 yards away and try to hit each other in the face with the ball. Face is 2 points. Well, you catch it, of course, but yeah, face is 2 points. Hit him in the numbers, it's 1 point, and play to 10. So.
That's during the game.
No, that's not during the game. That's just during practice. During a game, we're locked in. During a game, we're all the way on one. Everybody's down here. We're all the way on the other side, just watching.
Does the team kind of like stay with you guys, just let you guys do your thing? Just don't. Are you guys really funny about letting outsiders come in and join your clique and play the game with you on the sideline?
Oh no, they can come and talk. Like we're friends with everybody. We don't. Everybody can come and join us. They can't play during practice, of course, because they got to practice. We just stand there and stuff. But we're friends. We talk to everybody. We talk to everybody on the sidelines. We just have a good time. I mean, we don't care who comes and talks to us. We're pretty chill people.
Does the special team unit have a nickname?
Not really. Like the specialist. We've been toying around with a few, but we don't really have a nickname yet. No.
I gotta hear some of the ones you've been toying around with.
Just like bomb squad, stuff like that. I mean, I always joke around and tell them like we're out here to put warheads on foreheads, so like stuff like that.
Are you a punter who doesn't mind mixing it up and go out there and get a couple tackles?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I got hit against South Carolina State. I popped right up. I'm not afraid of no contact.
How many tackles would you say you have in your career?
I think 3.
Here, son.
Yeah.
You can remember everyone, all 3 of them?
Yeah, I think so. I believe most. I don't think I had one last year. Don't have one this year, but my sophomore year I remember one specifically because it was a solo tackle, and I tackled him. Reggie Hunter came and hit me on the ground. That hurt. Yeah.
Well, besides your punting skills, you're also a critical component of the place kicking with PATs and field goals as the holder. So when did you start doing that? Did you do that at all in high school or just when you came to Central?
In high school, I was actually the kicker, so I didn't get to do it in high school. But I got here, and I learned how to hold. And they had that quarterback situation my freshman year, and Malcolm started, and he was the holder. They didn't want him to hold anymore to get injured. So like one day at practice, Coach Mack was like, "Tilke, go hold." I was like, "Yes, sir." I've held every ball since.
And I imagine as much time as you spend on your punting practice, you do the same with holding. And how do you practice for something like that?
I'll just take reps with the long snappers, just practice it. I mean, it's easy, but it's also difficult because if I miss my spot by 0.5 centimeter, the kick would be completely off. So it's difficult, but it's easy at the same time because you use the same technique, repetitiveness, and it's just practice.
Those are 2 pretty pressure-filled jobs. Punting, I'd imagine, flipping the field late in a close game, and holding, I think that's pressure-packed. Which one is filled with more pressure, and how do you calm yourself down?
Probably depends on the situation. If it's a game-winning field goal, of course. The game-winning field goal kind of important, but if it's just a normal punt, I just go out there, just take a breath. I've done it a million times in my life, so it's just one more time is not a difference. Holding's just PAT, it's fine, but field goals, if it's a close field goal, like 4th and 2, I try to use my hard count, get them to jump, but otherwise, it's just normal practice.
You wear gloves, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Any reason why?
I mean, I got good hands, but just a little extra in case it snaps a little somewhere else and you need to, make a one-hand catch. I mean, a lot of guys, it's just to help you catch with a snap a little bit, a little extra comfort blanket kind of.
and you've been honored for your academics as well with a high GPA. What are your plans after NCCU?
I've actually completed Marine Corps OCS last summer. So once I graduate, I'll commission as a second lieutenant in the United States Marine Corps. And then from there, go to continue my training to be a pilot.
This one, is that where bomb squad comes in?
Yeah, and the warheads on foreheads.
Warheads on forehead.
Mm-hmm.
What made you want to go into that field after college?
Both my parents are retired Army officers. My older brother went through the same program. He was a swimmer at Lenore Rhine. So it was like, I'm a physics major, and I kind of didn't want to stay in school to go to grad school because I've been here a while and just like, I want to do something fun. So I was like, go do the Marine Corps. I mean, military is my family. I enjoy it, and figured being a pilot would be kind of fun. So went with it.
Do you have any thoughts about all the everything going on with protests with anthems and flags, things like that?
I just, right now, I'm just trying to focus on Howard and focus on winning this game.
This has been an exclusive presentation of the NCCU Sports Network.